United States, number 4, Simpson.
Seventh.
Welcome to Carter Field, the first game of a 3-game series between the North Arkansas Tyler College on play-by-play. Did not early enough to probably on that tomorrow, but North Arkansas comes into today's ball game 16-15 on the year. They're led by first-year head coach Bobby Howard. And here's what their lineup looks like. Leading off in left field is Ray Gonzalez. The second baseman bats second, Trevor Himshoot. Batting third, the first baseman, Baker Wilson. Third baseman Wyatt Penley bats fourth. The catcher, Chris Worthy, bats fifth. Center fielder Cord Simpson will bat sixth for the Pioneers. The designated hitter is Joey Soto. He'll bat seventh. The shortstop, Johnson. And Jake Golden, the right fielder, will bat ninth for the Pioneers. On the mound for the Pioneers, a freshman from Clinton, Arkansas, Garrett Bradley, will start for the Pioneers here in game. Appreciate you joining the broadcast. Would love to hear from any of you that are out there watching, whether you're a Apache fan or a North Arkansas Pioneer fan. You got a YouTube message system you can use on the broadcast. And, of course, the Apache parents and fans can text me through the Remind text system if they want. Give you a shout-out. Let everybody out there know who's watching, where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. For the Apaches defensively, and we'll wait till they take the field here. I guess we started a little early. I still got 7 before the hour, and Kuykendall was still getting his warm-up tosses during the anthem, so got a few minutes before we start. And as we do that, these will be the last regular season games for the Apaches before the District C tournament, which they will host by virtue of, by the skin of, by the hair in their chinny chin chin. The Apaches beat Coastal last weekend, 9-8 down in Beeville. And so they will host this next week. Day one will have a game at 9, at 12, at 4, and at 7. The first 2 games will feature, as best I can understand at this point, Coastal Bend versus Northlake at 9, Cedar Valley versus Eastfield at 12, and then the Apaches will play the 4 o'clock game against the winner of Coastal Bend and Northlake, and then at 7 it'll be Brookhaven against the winner of Cedar Valley and Eastfield. So the District C tournament, the qualifying tournament for the NJCA Division III World Series, kicks off this Thursday. We'll be broadcasting those games right here on this channel. And stay tuned to the TJC website for more details on the tournament. But should be a busy weekend of playoff baseball here at Mike Carter Field, starting on Thursday afternoon, actually Thursday morning. Tournament will continue on Friday with 4 more games on Friday, 9, 12, 4, and 7 again. And then on Saturday, it'll be a 12 o'clock and a 4 o'clock, and then if needed, we'll play Sunday at 2 o'clock. So a lot of playoff baseball from historic Mike Carter Field. And we're just a few minutes from the first pitch here in game 1 of the 3-game set. The Pioneers 16-15 on the year. The Apaches 31-20 overall. They're 4-3 in Region 14 play against Coastal Bend. The Apaches have had a challenging schedule here the last couple of weeks. They're current in their last 10. They're just 4-6. 2-3 in their last 5. They have won. They're on a 1-game winning streak. As again, they won that last game down in Coastal to clinch hosting the District C tournament. Absolutely perfect day here in East Texas. Game time temperature is going to be 79 degrees. We had a northeasterly breeze, if you can call it that, 5 miles an hour. Should not affect play at all. Humidity down at 37%. Really nice here in Tyler today. Just got done calling a UT Tyler playoff ball game over at Irwin Field on the campus of UT Tyler. And we scoot over here for the nightcap. The Pioneers, they're taking the field. Let's go through the defensive alignment for the Apaches. 31-20 on the year. They're led by 8th-year head coach Doug Wren. And they are the number 1 seed out of the Region 14. Out in left field, it will be Jarrell McDade. In center field, Braden Wise. In right field, Taylor Broadway. Colton Whitehouse at third. Jared Wells at short. Matt McCusick at second. Jordan Trahan at first. Blaze Beeson behind the plate. And on the mound, James Kuykendall. Kuykendall gets the start for the Apaches here in Game 1.
Pitching tonight for the Apaches.
Kuykendall, 6'1" and 200 pounds from Spring, Texas. He's a sophomore right. And he'll get the ball. James on the year 9-4 with a 3.29 ERA, 76 2/3 innings pitched for Kuykendall. In those 76 2/3, 88 strikeouts and just 20 walks. Opposing batters hitting .231 off the sophomore from Spring, Texas. So Kuykendall taking his last warm-up tosses here, and we are just about set to play baseball. The shadow's going to start creeping on to the infield here. As we start play, the light's going to probably be turned on here in a moment. We're still a couple of minutes early, but Kuykendall just about ready to go. There goes the throw, and we are ready. Blaze Beeson rifles down a strike to second base. Leading off for the Pioneers, Ray Gonzalez, the left fielder, will get his first at-bat against James Kuykendall. And we're underway here at Mike Carter Field at 6:59, just 1 minute early. Next pitch, swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pioneers wearing the red tops with the gray pants. Got the gray stripes around the sleeve. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1-2. Got the red helmets and the gray ball caps with the red bill. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the first. And stepping in is Trevor Himshoot, the second baseman. Himshoot, 247 on the year. He's got 6 doubles, a couple of homers, and 16 RBIs. First pitch. In there for a strike. Kuykendall looks sharp early here. As Himshoot in an 0-1 hole. The pitch. Outside corner. 0-2. Not sure. I guess he threw 1 ball to the first hitter. The 0-2. Fouled off. Back toward the football stadium behind us. We're on the East Texas Fairgrounds. Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium back behind us. And Tyler Rose Garden beside us to the left. Harvey Convention Center directly behind home plate. The 0-2. There's a chopper to short. Wells fields, throws, got him. 2 down. You got the big fella at first tonight. Jordan Trahan patrolling the area around that first base bag. And here's the first baseman, Baker Wilson. And very distinct setup here. Wilson with his hands above his head. I can't say I've ever seen that before. First pitch, ball 1. The bat is straight up and down. His hands are above the helmet. And, you know, they got to come down. So I don't know. This is an interesting approach here. Can't say that I've ever seen a hitter. In my mind, the only thing that's going to do is kind of create an awful lot of extra movement with the hands. Because you aren't going to start swinging it until those hands, you aren't going to swing it from above your head. You got to come down to the armpit to take the stroke. Now he gets down there. Here's the 3-0. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up with the Kuykendall fastball. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody aboard. Top of the first. Glad you're with us. Love to hear from as many of you as we can. That ball's well hit. Center field. Braden Wise comes in. Makes the slide. The 3rd out. So 3 up and 3 down in the first for the Pioneers. The Apache in their first inning when we come back. All right, catch up and get the lineup out in front of you here as we start the first inning. For the Apaches and Coach Wren leading off in center field, it's Braden Wise. The shortstop, Jared Wells, bats second. Right fielder, Taylor Broadway, bats third. First baseman, Jordan Trahan, bats in the cleanup spot. Left fielder, Jarrell McDade, will bat fifth. Catcher, Blaze Beeson will bat sixth. Third baseman, Colton Whitehouse, will bat seventh. Chase Evans, the DH, bats in the 8th spot, and second baseman Matt McCusick will bat 9th for the Apaches. Defensively for the visiting Pioneers from North Arkansas College, out in left field it's Ray Gonzalez. In center, Cord Simpson. Right fielder is Jake Golden. Around the infield at third, Wyatt Penley. Shortstop, Jacob Watson. Second baseman, Trevor Himshoot. First baseman, Baker Wilson. And behind the plate, Chris Worthy. On the mound for the Pioneers, the freshman from Clinton, Arkansas, Garrett Bradley. Bradley 2-1 on the year with a 6.75 ERA, 32 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts, and 13 walks for the freshman from Clinton, Arkansas, Garrett Bradley. For Bradley, it's appearance number 14 of the year. Leading off for the Apaches, it's center fielder Braden Wise. Kuykendall threw 13 pitches in his first inning of work. Fastball away, strike 1. Good crowd on hand. And a nice contingency of North Arkansas fans here. Long way. There's a little chop, one hopper to the shortstop. Backhands, can't get Wise. It's an infield single. 1B6. We're underway. Well, it was a 1-hopper, and the shortstop,
now batting number 2,
Jacob Watson, took it on one big hop, and by the time he got the ball out of his glove, Wise was already at first base. So there goes the no-hitter. And here's Jared Wells. Pickoff attempt, and Wise back safely. Jared Wells, 336 on the year. 7 doubles, no triples, no homers, and 18 RBIs for the Apache shortstop. Bit of a shuffling of the lineup tonight. I didn't pay as close attention probably as I should have to the lineup down in Coastal. You got Wells in the 2 spot tonight. And you got the big fella playing first, Trahan. And Evans DHing out of the 8-hole. Ground ball to third. 5, 4, and can't get the double play. The throw gets away from Baker Wilson at first base. So they do get the lead runner. And Wells is aboard on the fielder's choice, 5-4. Wise out at second base. 1 out for Taylor Broadway. Broadway gets his first at bat tonight. Very comfortable evening here at Mike Carter Field. The sun starting to fade to the west as Supposed to drop into the upper 50s later tonight. Right now we're at 79. And a beautiful Mother's Day on tap. 84 is the high tomorrow with next to no chance of rain. Wells taking a good lead. There he goes. That ball's well hit high and deep to center. Simpson's got room, though, and he makes the grab for the second out. So 2 outs in the first inning, and Wells retreats back to first base. And here's Jordan Trahan playing first base tonight for the Apaches.
Number 34, Jordan Trahan.
Trahan steps in for the first time against freshman Garrett Bradley. Going from the stretch, Wells with another good lead. There he goes. Throw down, and not going to get him. It's a stolen base for Jared Wells. And for Wellesley, that's stolen base number 13 of the year. Only been caught twice, so 13 of 15 for Jared Wells. 2 outs, runner in scoring position now for Trahan. Ball misses. 2-0, look out here. Trahan known for taking a pretty good hack here up in the count. Bradley comes set, the 2-0. He does take a huge hack and fouls it off. And that's going to hit up in the bleachers. I used to call those the foul ball catchers. The stadium seats 4,000 people, and half of them can fit in those large bleachers down the left and right field sides. So rarely do you have people sitting in them. But they do catch an awful lot of foul balls. 3 balls and a strike to Trahan. Jarrell McDade would be next for the Apaches. Bottom of the first, we're still scoreless. Jared Wells at second base. 3-1. Outside corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2-man umpiring crew here tonight. We'll have at least 3 for the district tournament. And usually for the championship, they usually run 4 out there. But should have 3 sets of eyes on the playoffs here as the tournament comes to Mike Carter. That ball's well hit, high center field. Going back is Simpson, and he's going to run out of room. That ball's way. Trahan with a 2-run homer, his 13th of the year. And it's 2-0 Apaches in the first inning. Well, you don't fall behind Jordan Trahan because he puts some good swings on pitches when he's looking for them. 2-0 Tyler, and here's Jarrell McDade. First pitch from Bradley. It's going to hop out of the glove of Chris Worthy, ball 1. McDade batting in the 5 spot tonight for Tyler. Wearing their gold tops with the pinstripe pants. Got the black hats going. Outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bradley throwing for the 14th time this year. There's a chopper to short, backhanded by Watson. He'll throw across, and that's the inning. But the Apaches run on 2 hits, and we go to the second inning. Your new score for Mike Carter, 2-0 Tyler. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back. Number 2, Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play. And it'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Pioneers. Wyatt Penley leads it off. Get his first look at James Kuykendall. High fly ball, center field. Wise, plenty of room. Makes the catch. 2 hands here in the big league, son. F8 if you're scoring at the house. Here's Chris Worthy.
Now batting number 15, Chris Worthy.
Not a fan of the one-handed catch. Just to let you know that right now. It's very in vogue right now in really all levels of baseball, but sooner or later you're going to have to make a throw, and if you're used to catching it with one hand, it's just not I don't think it's a good habit to get into, so you're going to hear me say that quite often. 1 ball, no strikes to the left-handed batting catcher, Chris Worthy. Pop up, left field. McDade's going to drift back and battle the sun a little bit, but make the catch for out number 2. The sun is dropping, and that shadow you can kind of see on home plate. It's creeping. That shadow is from the home plate cover. And Jarrell McDade still very much in the sun. Sometimes when it drops to that direction, it can be an issue. Here's Cord Simpson, the center fielder. First time tonight in the second inning. First pitch just missed off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. James Kuykendall, the sophomore from Spring, Texas, pitching for the 16th time this year. 15 of those are starts. Only thrown out of the pen 1 time. 76 2/3 innings pitched, 88 strikeouts. He's got 89 now. He struck out the first batter of the ball game. Just 20 walks for James. The 2-0. Fouled straight back. He has 2 balls and a strike. We'll play 2 games tomorrow, starting at noon. That's what the consensus is in the press box here, noon. All right, we still don't know how many innings we're playing tomorrow, but some of these doubleheader days have been 7-7s, and some of them have been 7-9s. So I don't think we're going to play a 9-9, but we'll be out here all afternoon on Mother's Day. Hope you can join us. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. 3 up and 3 down for the second inning in a row for James Kuykendall. We're through 1.5 at Mike Carter. 2-0 Tyler. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. 6, 7, and 8 for the Apaches
Number 10,
in the second inning.
Beeson.
Blaze Beeson will lead it off, and then Colton Whitehouse, Chase Evans scheduled to hit. In inning number 2, they'll face Garrett Bradley, the freshman from Clinton, Arkansas. First pitch misses, ball 1. Bradley's 14th appearance of the year. 2-1 with a 6.75 ERA. Outside, 2-0 to Beeson. Bradley with 32 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts, 13 walks. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Beeson gets the Apaches' 3rd hit of the night, and that will bring up the third baseman, Colton Whitehouse.
Now batting number 22, Colton Lighthouse.
Well, congratulations to the UT Tyler Patriots. They clinched a spot in the NC2A tournament by defeating ETBU in their gold bracket 3-game series this weekend. They'll start their NC2A regional Thursday as well over at Irwin Field. Popped it up, and Himshoot at second will squeeze it for out number 1. So Whitehouse swings at the first pitch he sees, pops it up to second.
Now batting number 18, Chase Evans.
All right. Well, thank you for checking in, Miss Hughes and Miss McCusick. Miss McCusick watching from Irving, and Avery's mom watching from Baytown. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Tomorrow, we'll say it again tomorrow, but first pitch in there for strike 1. Next pitch is going to miss high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Evans DHing in the 8 position tonight for Coach Wren. The Apaches. Swing and a miss. 1-2. The next pitch, strike 3 called. And that'll be the first strikeout of the night for Garrett Bradley.
Now batting number 4, Matt McCusick.
If you're wondering about Blaze Beeson, he's actually got 3 steals in 4 attempts this year, so you might turn him loose here. We'll see. And stepping in is Matt McCusick, the second baseman. McCusick batting in the 9 position tonight, takes a strike. The 0-1. Fastball high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Graduation was yesterday over at Tyler Junior College. As final weeks concluded, these guys are going to have no more classes to go to. Happy day for them. Ground ball, left side, backhanded by the shortstop. He'll throw to second, not in time. It's going to give that an infield hit there. There's no play anywhere there, I think. I'm going to score to 1B6. And so Beeson safe at second base. Jacob Watson did good just to get there. He threw, I think he threw from one knee, and the ball, not sure, even a good throw, I'm not sure he would have got Beeson. So it's an infield single for Matt McCusick, and back to the top we go. Braden Wise will bat for the second time in 2 innings. First pitch swing, and same spot in the 6th hole. Throw it to second again, and he got. Wow, that's a nice play by Jacob Watson. And Trevor Himshoot did a little Texas two-step with his feet to touch the bag. That ends the inning. 6-4 on a nice defensive play by shortstop Jacob Watson. And we'll go to the 3rd. Your score remains 2-0, the Apaches. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. We go to the third inning, 7, 8, and 9 for the Pioneers from North Arkansas. First pitch swing, and he fouls it off. 0-1 to DH Joey Soto. Two nothing Apaches. 2 runs on 4 hits. So far, nothing but zeros for the Pioneers. That pitch is in there, called a strike. It's 0-2 to the 7-hitter, Joey Soto. The 0-2 outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. These will be the last regular season games for both teams. Apaches will be back in play Thursday afternoon. District C tournament, NJCA playoffs. There'll be district tournaments going on all over the country this next weekend. And I'm not sure. I'll have to check during the broadcast tonight to see if any of the district tournaments have actually started. They're usually 2 weekends apart. Some happen 1 week and others the second week. Now, the World Series this year is in Tennessee. And so for 1 year, it's going to be in Tennessee. Don't get me going on why it moved, but it moved to Tennessee for 1 year. It was in Kinston, North Carolina for the last 2 years, I guess. 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. And there's your third strikeout of the night for James Kuykendall. So Soto is the first out here in the third inning. Here's shortstop Jacob Watson. Finished that second inning with a web gem. Took the ball, backhanded it, made a nifty flip over to the second baseman. Little chopper. Kuykendall, tough play, throws to first, got him. It was a little chopper, and Kuykendall had to run in, get rid of it quickly.
Number 2.
And Watson
Jake
is the second out.
Golden.
Here's Jake Golden. We're in the top of the third. Jake Golden batting in the 9 position, the right fielder. First pitch, outside corner. Boy, if you can live there, you're going to have a pretty good night. So far, Kuykendall's had a pretty good night. 0-1. Popping the leather. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was a little too far off on the fastball. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Jake Golden a little tardy on that fastball. And you probably see Kuykendall just stay with that pitch. Here's the 1-2. And he reached back for a little extra on that one. And it's 2-2. Two nothing Apaches. Top of the third inning. The 2-2. Breaking pitch missed outside, and it's 3-2. Kuykendall has faced 8, and he has retired 8. 3-2, 2 outs, nobody on the pitch. And there goes the perfect game. He walks Jake Golden with 2 outs here in the third inning.
Now batting, number 3.
So there will be no perfect game tonight at Mike Carter. And stepping in is Ray Gonzalez, the left fielder. He struck out swinging his first time up. Kuykendall going to go from the stretch. First pitch. This has popped out of play over our heads. It's 0-1. Gonzalez, a 340 hitter on the season. 5 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 12 RBIs. The pitch in there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Jake Golden is over at first base, and Golden on the season. He's got 1 stolen base and 2 tries, 1 for 2, not likely to go anywhere. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside. Seen Kuykendall now overthrow on a couple of those 2-strike fastballs. That might have been just a show me fastball outside. May go back to the breaking pitch here. We'll see. 1-2. There it is, a breaking ball. Throw down to second, and sure as I say he won't be going, there he goes. Golden gets his 2nd stolen base of the year. So he's 2 for 3 now, and he's in scoring position for Gonzalez. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jake Golden at second base. 2-0 Apaches. Kuykendall checking the runner, taking his time, and finally, Gonzalez asked for time, and the home plate umpire granted it. Apaches with 2 runs on 4 hits. North Arkansas does not have a hit yet. That ball's fouled out of play. Kuykendall has his sign. Comes set right in front of the chin. And that pitch is going to miss outside. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kuykendall with the payoff pitch. That ball's well hit. Right center field and drops in. It's going to one-hop the fence. Braden Wise will pick it up. And it's an RBI double for Ray Gonzalez. So all in once, the no-hitter's gone and the shutout is gone. Well hit ball by Ray Gonzalez, the leadoff hitter, scores Jake Golden. It's 2-1.
Now batting number 22.
Here's Trevor Himshoot.
Himshoot.
Grounded to short his first time up, and now the tying run in scoring position for the Pioneers. Looks like we've heard from a few more. All right. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Himshoot, the number 2 batter in the Pioneer lineup. Pioneers led by first-year head coach Bobby Howard. He's been the coach 3 different times for the Pioneers, but the best I could learn in his first year of his 3rd stint. So kind of an interesting history with the college, but he's back for a 3rd time. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Pretty good tailing action on that outside pitch. I don't know if it was a cutter, slider, or just a fastball with some movement on it. 2 outs. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. Second strikeout of the inning for Kuykendall, his 4th of the ball game. But the Pioneers get 1 run on 1 hit. They leave a guy on. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 3. Your new score for Mike Carter. The Apaches 2 and the Pioneers 1. 2, 3, and 4 for the Apaches. First pitch swinging. Jared Wells knocks it into left field. Base hit. First hit of the night for Wellesley. And the Apaches are coming right back at him here in the third inning. Here's Taylor Broadway for the second time tonight. Flew out to center field. His first time up. Broadway leads the Apaches in batting average at .354. 18 doubles, that also leads the club. 1 triple, 10 homers, 53 RBIs. That's second only to Jordan Trahan, who now has 58 after the 2-run bomb in the first inning. 12 doubles. I'm sorry, 10 doubles for Trahan, so he's got 23 extra base hits now. That ball got away from the catcher, Chris Worthy. It's 1-0 on Broadway. The Apaches as a team with the Trahan homer have 36 home runs on the season in 52 games. There goes the runner, little hit and run going on. That's fouled out of play to the right side. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1 Apaches, bottom of the third inning. Garrett Bradley working here in inning number 3. Wells with an early break, throw to second. They called a balk. I think, what happened there? Why did the second baseman not put a tag on the runner? Was there a balk call? I didn't see either umpire indicate balk. Well, and I think he stepped off. He threw the ball right to second, and the second baseman just let Wells slide. Didn't even put a tag on him. I don't know what it could have been a balk. That ball gets away from the catcher. It's a wild pitch, and Wells will go to third. So he goes to second on the stolen base, and he'll get to third on the wild pitch. So runner at third now, nobody out. Now Broadway's got a chance with a sac fly to get another run in. See how the infield plays it. Second baseman's going to play back. Shortstop wants to come in, but he's going to drift back. And not sure what they're doing here. The pitch. Fly ball, shallow center field. And somebody, left fielder, nobody's going to get it. It's a double for Broadway. That's the ugliest double of the year right there. And he gets an RBI. Taylor Broadway hit a pop-up that barely got out of the infield when it came down. I thought it was going to be in shallow center. And it's possible that Jacob Watson, he's shielding the sun with his eyes. He couldn't find it. So officially it'll go to a 2B8. Barely into center for it. Went past that white line that demarks the infield from the outfield. But if I'm pitching, I definitely want that ball caught. And unfortunately, Watson probably lost it. The 1-0 pitch to Trahan, it's 2-0. This is what happened the first time. Trahan hit a ball into the trees over the center field wall, and he got ahead in the count. Here's the 2-0. Oh my. That ball was in the left-handed batter's box area. The catcher scooted over. I don't know. That's as big a strike as we've seen tonight, as wide. He did it again. I don't know if I've ever seen an umpire call when the catcher moves like that. Normally when a catcher moves like that, an umpire is going to ball it every time. The 2-2 pitch. Popped out of play. We'll do it again. Well, the catcher, Chris Worthy, on the first 2 called strikes, when the pitch was on its way, shuffled his feet way to the right. And Here's the 2-2. A fly ball, deep right field. Golden going back. And, he snow-coned it, but he held on. Never a doubt in right field. A deep fly ball by Trahan. And Broadway will tag and go to third with one out. Here's Jarrell McDade.
Number 12, Jarrell McDade.
Well, Jake Golden almost got caught backpedaling, and that ball almost got over his head, but he snow-coned it and held on. Here's the 740 right on time. Broadway at third, one out. Infield now comes in. The pitch. Low, and it's 1-0. The second baseman kind of playing halfway. He's behind the baseline, as is the first baseman. So a ground ball to the right side. Not sure. I guess they might be getting him. There's a push bunt. That's what I was just thinking. That's going to get the run home. McDade with the RBI push bunt. And it's 4-0. So it's going to go 3U unassisted. And McDade will get the RBI as Broadway scampers home. That's exactly what I had the thought. I looked at the second baseman and the first baseman, and they were playing well behind the baseline, so they weren't really playing in. If they were, you may not have thought about push bunting, but tip your cap to Jarrell McDade. He found a way to get the run in. I'm sorry, it's 3-0. That's not right, it's 4. Yeah, okay. Now it's 6-1. What the heck? Scoreboard is whacking out there. It's 4-1 is the score, right? Yeah. Fly ball, right field. Jake Golden has room on this one, and two hands here in the big leagues. He catches it with one hand for the final out. And the Apaches get 2 more runs on 2 hits. Don't leave anybody on. Your new score for Mike Carter, 4-1 Tyler over North Arkansas. Back in just a minute. Three, 4, and 5 for the Pioneers. Wilson, Penley, and Worthy scheduled to face James Kuykendall here, top of the 4th. That ball's well hit, high, right field. Going back is Broadway, and he can't make the catch. High Plains drifter. Taylor Broadway drifted big time on that. You got to turn and go. He could have caught that. It's going to be a double for Baker Wilson, but Broadway is going to regret not turning and going hard on that ball. He just got caught drifting. And now Wilson will get the leadoff double here in the 4th. That'll bring up Wyatt Penley. The third baseman flew out to center field his first time up. So that's the guy that just did that doubles, Mr. High Hands guy, isn't it? He got it through a little better that time. First pitch. Breaking pitch, swung on and missed. Good job behind the plate by Blaze Beeson. Ball was in the dirt. He picked it. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Runner at second is Baker Wilson. The 0-1. Did not go fishing on that one, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Four runs on 6 hits for the Apaches. Pioneers with 1 run on 2 hits. Neither team with an error yet. The pitch. Just missed. 2 balls and a strike. That was the second double of the game for the Pioneers. Apaches do have 1 double, and they have a home run. 2-run shot by Trahan in the first. Foul tip. Beeson shaking that one off. Mr. Umpire is going to walk it. Take the brisk walk out to the mound. Try to let Blaze Beeson shake that off. Nobody out, runner at second. 2-2 is the count. Kuykendall with 4 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. The pitch. Chopper foul over to the third base dugout where the Pioneers reside. Mike Carter Field does not have a lot of foul territory, so if you're in those dugouts, you have to stay heads up all the time. Kuykendall checks the runner. That set position right in front of his chest with the hands. Now time called by the home plate umpire. Penley had waited long enough. 0 for 1 with a fly ball to center. Next pitch fouled straight back. Count will stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. Penley on the year, a .290 hitter. 4 doubles. 2 homers and 16 RBIs. Kuykendall has his sign and comes set. Here's the next 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strikeout number 5 for James Kuykendall. And here's the catcher, Chris Worthy.
15, Chris Worthy.
So Worthy will come up for the second time. Flew out to left field his first time up. Worthy, a .333 hitter on the season. Now Beeson's going to go out and have a quick chat with Kuykendall. To go with that .333 average, Worthy with 6 doubles, 3 home runs, and 18 RBIs. And what do we got going on here? Coach Wren making a visit to the mound, a rare visit. Are they making a change? We're going to have a pitching change. I didn't see that coming. All right, so the new pitcher is going to be a left-hander. We'll give you some info when we come back. Gillette, left-handed sophomore out of College Station, Texas, 6'2" and 200 pounds. For John Gillette, appearance number 7 of the season. He's 0-0 with a 1.80 ERA. 5 innings pitched for Gillette. He struck out 7 batters and walked 7. So Gillette comes on here for his 7th appearance of the season in the 4th inning with 1 out. He'll face the left-handed batting catcher, Chris Worthy. I did not recognize that we were getting ready to make a pitching change. I appreciate all the folks checking in. Miss Trahan watching from Liberty.
Now batting, number 15, Chris Worthy.
Hope she got to see the big fella go yard earlier. Big 2-run homer in the 1st inning for Jordan Trahan. His 13th of the year. Every time he hits one, he's extending his Division III era record. Pops up left side. I think he's going to run out of net. Is it going to stay in? It sure does. Whitehouse drifts right over to the net and makes the grab. 2 outs. Thought it was going to get over the net, and we do have a slight breeze. Not that it affected that ball, but if it did at all, it blew it back. It's going to blow out towards right field, if at all, tonight, and that ball stayed in play. Here's Cord Simpson. The center fielder struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch misses low, ball 1. I think the Division I era record for home runs is 17. Coached a guy named Jeff Heffler back in 1999. Was the MVP of our conference that year. Had 65 RBIs and 17 homers. I'm going to double check that here. Between pitches. Pretty sure I got that somewhere in here. Maybe not. I may have left. Oh, here we go. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. It's 1-1 to Cord Simpson. So in the Division III era, Trahan had hit 10 last year, tying Brock Lemar back in 2007. And he's past that now. He's at 13 after the homer tonight. And RBI total is at 53. And Trahan owns the RBI record at 62 last year. So the all-time record in the Division I era, home runs, Jeff Heffler had 17 homers back in 1999. That year he drove in 67 runs. Have the records separated by Division I and Division III eras. Trahan, every time he hits a home run, he's setting a new record. Strike 3 called. The 6th strikeout for Apache pitchers. The first strikeout for John Gillette. And the Apaches are out of trouble here in the 4th. It's 4-1 Tyler as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Colton Whitehouse leads off here in the bottom half of the fourth. He popped up to second base his first time up. First pitch is in there for strike one. Garrett Bradley still on the mound. Swing and a miss way out in front of the breaking pitch. It's 0-2. Well, I'm still on my search for whether that squeeze bunt, that safety squeeze, is going to prove to be a sacrifice for Jarrell McDade. That ball's well hit, left field, but right at the left fielder, Ray Gonzalez, out number one.
Now batting number 18, Chase Evans.
Okay, here we go. This might give me the answer here. I was going to look it up in the rule book, and I decided to Google it. First pitch in there for strike one to Chase Evans. He took a third strike his first time up. Next pitch fouled straight back. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Chase Evans. Well, we're not in the big leagues. They got some different rules on bunts, and there are some different rules when it comes to statistics in the majors versus the college game. And I'm going to have to read through this to make sure that. All right, so I think you were right. It says when a batter bunts on a runner with a runner at third base, it's called a squeeze play, and if successful, is still recorded as a sacrifice. So there you go. The squeeze bunt does work as a sacrifice bunt. I did not know that. If I did, I forgot it. Ground ball up the middle. Nice play by Watson. Throws to first. 2 outs. 2 up, 2 down for the Apaches in the fourth. Here's Matt McCusick. McCusick with an infield single his first time up, so he's 1 for 1 tonight. He's going to show bunt, try to bunt, and he missed it. Strike one. So a big thank you to Google answering that question. It's a little scary, right? Everything, you don't know something, you Google it. 0-1. He's going to show bunt again, pull back, and it misses off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCusick, a .259 hitter on the year, 5 doubles, a triple, 1 homer, 17 RBIs. There's a push bunt, and nicely done, and no play. He's safe. Perfect bunt by Matt McCusick. Infield single. That'll roll it back to the top. Braden Wise going to step in the batter's box for the Apaches. Braden Wise, a .333 hitter on the year, 5 doubles, 3 triples. 3 triples leads the club. Whole team only has 9, and Wise has 3 of them. He does not have a home run. He's got 18 RBIs. 4-1 Apaches here in the fourth. First pitch swing, and he fouls it. That's going to go over the Camry. That's not going to get the Camry that time. But it was in the right direction. Headed toward the Rose Garden. 0-1 to Braden Wise, the pitch. He had a notion, but held up. 1-1. Sun has dropped so low now that the shadows have gotten just to the top of the fence, so shouldn't be a sun issue for any of the fielders the rest of the way. 1-1. A delay steal, nobody home at second. And the ball gets through to center field. McCusick is going to come all the way to third. So it'll be a stolen base. And unfortunately, that's going to be an E2. Nobody was home to take the throw, and really Really kind of an unfair error on the catcher, but got to give it to him. Neither shortstop or second base was at the bag. It was a well-executed delay steal by McCusick. Ground ball up the middle, 2-out hit. Makes it 5-1 Apaches. RBI single for Braden Wise. Well, a little aggressive base running, and the Apaches manufacture a run here in the fourth. And here's Jared Wells. 1 for 2 for Wells. He scored 2 runs. Just what you want out of your table setters. Wells has got on both times, and he scored both times. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. How long is it going to be before Braden Wise takes off for second? That's the question. Garrett Bradley, the freshman from Clinton, Arkansas, comes set. Here's the pitch. That ball's well hit. High and deep to left field. Back off the fence. Gonzalez picks it up. The runner's going to be sent home. Throw to the plate, and he is out. Great throw by shortstop Jacob Watson. And out at the plate is Braden Wise. So that's going to be a double for Wells. And Wise is going to be cut down on the 7-6-2. And the inning is over. The Apaches get one more run, extend their lead. It's 5-1 as we go to the 5th. Oh, we head to the 5th inning. 5-1 Apaches. 7, 8, 9 will come to the plate for the Pioneers from North Arkansas College. Joey Soto will lead it off. He's the designated hitter. Struck out swinging. Back in the 3rd inning, he's 0 for 1. Back on the mound for the Apaches, left-handed sophomore from College Station, John Gillette. First pitch misses, ball 1. Apaches scored 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, and then 1 more in the 4th. Nice relay. Gonzalez to Watson to Worthy at home plate. Two balls and no strikes to DH Joey Soto. The pitch. Look out! That's why you got to stay heads up in those dugouts. That ball right over the head of the Apache dugout area. There's nets that go all the way down the baselines above the dugout and behind home plate. And boy, if you don't pay attention, it can be a problem. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, after falling behind 2-0, Gillette gets the foul ball and the swing and the miss. Apache's now with 9 hits. Pioneers with just 2 hits. That ball's low, and it's a full count on Joey Soto. 1 walk so far on the evening, and it was issued by James Kuykendall back in the 3rd inning. This is Gillette's 3rd batter. And there's the first walk of the night for Gillette. 2nd walk of the night for Pioneer hitters. Here's Jacob Watson, the shortstop.
Jacob Watson.
Made a couple of nice defensive plays. One was a backhand that ended the inning in the 2nd inning. And he just ended the 4th with a nice throw to the plate. First pitch swing, and he fouls it out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Well, we'll play 2 more games tomorrow. Doubleheader starting at noon. We will have pregame interviews with both coaches, so if you're going to watch, you may want to hear their thoughts on tonight's game and on tomorrow's doubleheader. And we'll probably be on the air about 11:45. It's supposed to be a beautiful day tomorrow, if not a little toasty, 84. Here's the 1-1 from Gillette. That's in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Well, Mike Carter will be the home for a lot of playoff action here. NJCA District C action next week starting on Thursday. Check swing, thought he went. They're not going to check it, I don't think. Mr. Umpire in the field has a tough angle on that one. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jacob Watson. Well, you got some milling around in the bullpen, but for now it's Gillette's ball game. 2-2 pitch outside. We'll run it to full count, 3-2. Well, appreciate you joining the broadcast. We've heard from a lot of folks tonight. Mr. Kuykendall. Fly ball, deep, left center. Wise going back, makes the running catch in the gap. Wasn't sure he's going to catch up to that, but he did. And there's 1 out. Braden Wise had to go a long way to catch that. And you almost had a little collision between Wise and Jarrell McDade, but Wise called him off and made the nice catch. Heard from Miss Evans and Mr. Kuykendall. Appreciate them checking in. 5-1 Apaches, top of the 5th. The pitch from Gillette. In there, strike 1. The 0-1. It's going to be off the plate. We're even at 1-1. Jake Golden is the batter for the Pioneers. He walked and scored back in the 3rd inning. We're in the top of the 5th. Look out. Foul ball. Heads up. That ball gets to the stands in a hurry. Got a pretty tall netting here, but tell you what, you still got to pay attention. Sometimes that ball gets up under the home plate area and ricochets all over the place. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Golden, the pitch. Check swing, he fouls that one straight back. Do it again. Well, I do see old Dr. Tim Drain in the house, athletic director for Tyler Junior College. He's down there with Dr. Charles Johnson, long time, probably the most loyal Apache baseball fan we've ever had. 25 years of the program, Dr. Johnson, from day one, has been at an awful lot of ball games. Retired faculty for Tyler Junior College. Good to see him out at the ballpark tonight. The 2-2 pitch. Whoa, pretty good spot there. Just missed, must have been low. And it's a full count on right fielder Jake Golden. We're in the top of the 5th. There's 1 out and 1 aboard for the Pioneers from North Arkansas. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. And it might have been a little bit of a makeup call there. That ball didn't look as good as the one before it. It's the 7th strikeout for Apache pitchers. And for Gillette, it's his 2nd strikeout. Both of them have been looking. Back to the top of the Pioneer lineup, Ray Gonzalez. Struck out swinging, doubled to center, got an RBI, the only RBI so far for the Pioneers. First pitch, missed inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Kuykendall comes set. Now time finally called. Took a little longer between pitches there, and finally Gonzalez requested time, and it was given to him by the home plate umpire. 2 outs, runner at first base is Joey Soto. He reached on a leadoff walk. He's been over there ever since. Fly ball to center and a strikeout. 2-0. In there for a strike, 2-1. Apache's trying to get their 32nd win of the year tonight. They're 31-20. They'll go into the District C tournament as the number 1 seed. Play the 4 o'clock game on Thursday next week. We'll be broadcasting all of the games from that tournament. Not sure how many of those games are going to have audio play-by-play, but we will do the video cast of all those games. At least that's the early word. Had some high-level meetings with Dr. Drain and Chuck Smith, Coach Wren, last week. And that's a 2-out walk to Gonzalez to put runners at first and second for Trevor Himshoot. Beeson out to have a chat with Gillette. Himshoot 0 for 2, grounded to short, struck out swinging.
Number 22, Trevor Himshoot.
Himshoot on the year, 247 average. 6 doubles, 2 homers, 16 RBIs. The first pitch, high, ball 1. Gillette falling behind a little more frequently here. As we get into the outing, now we're having a little bit of action. It looks, looks like someone's on a mound, but they aren't tossing. Well, now they are. Got a right-hander tossing in the bullpen for the Apaches. Breaking pitch, and I think Beeson got crossed up there. He stood up. Home plate umpire pats him on the back. Boy, it's not often you get a cross-up called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 aboard for the Pioneers. They trail by 4, 5-1. Yeah, Ms. Hughes is asking about the passes for next week. There will be tournament passes. See if I can give that information out to you as the broadcast progresses here. I don't know that I have that at my fingertips, but I can find it because pretty sure I got that on an email last week. So We'll answer some of your tournament questions. Some of you Apache parents going to come in for the tournament next week. Apaches make their run for the four-peat. They have clinched the #1 seed in the district tournament. And they have essentially a first-round bye in that bracket. If you load the 6-team double elimination bracket, 2 of the teams get a first-round bye, and the other 4 have to win their way into the second round. It's a true double elimination bracket. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball foul down the first base side. We'll do it again. The 2-2 misses outside. We're going to go full. The base runners will be in motion with the next pitch. You got Soto at second, Gonzalez at first. A 3-2 count coming up to Trevor Himshoot. Runners moving. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. And the third strikeout for John Gillette, 8th strikeout of the night for the Apache pitching staff. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Score remains 5-1 Tyler over North Arkansas. And welcome back to Mike Carter Field. 3, 4, and 5, the meat of the Apache lineup. Broadway, Trahan, and McDade. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1 to Taylor Broadway. RBI double his last time up. Flew out to center field in the first inning. He's 1 for 2 tonight. And I'll try to update you here. I got some of the tournament information right in front of me now. So game 1 on Thursday will be a 9 o'clock matchup between Coastal Bend and North Lake College. That's game 1. Game 2 will be at noon between Cedar Valley and Eastfield. Game 3 will be the Apaches against the winner of game 1, Coastal and North Lake. And then game 4 at 7 will feature Brookhaven versus the winner of Cedar Valley and Eastfield. Your first 4 games in day 1 of the District C tournament. Day 2 will feature 2 elimination games, and actually 3 elimination games. The first one will feature the 2 losers from the first day, game 2 and game 3, and the loser from game 1 and the game 4. So that'll produce a couple of winners, and so there'll be a 9 o'clock, a 12 o'clock. The 4 o'clock game will be the winner's bracket game. And then the 7 will be another loser's bracket game. So after day 2, we will eliminate 3 teams. That's a leadoff walk to Broadway.
Now batting number 34, Jordan Trahan.
Here's Jordan Trahan, a 2-run homer in the first over the center field fence. And a fly out to right field. He's 1 for 2 today. You were asking about the passes. It'll be a $20 tournament pass or a $7 per session For adults, $5 per session. For students with an ID card. Children over 6. Children under 6 will not be charged to get into Mike Carter Field for the tournament. Some of the rules are a little different for the NJCA playoffs. So the teams will come in on Wednesday for practice days. And so the Apaches will have the first practice time at 11 on Wednesday. After that, the other schools will follow suit. There's a pop-up straight up to shoot. Is it going to stay in play? And it looks like it's going to. No, it isn't. Just barely gets over the net. Almost plunked someone. With Scramble City down there right behind. That's a great seat to watch the game, but on a pop-up like that, boy, you better move. A couple of people thankfully laughing it off as they scrambled out of the way of that high pop-up off the bat of Jordan Trahan. 2 balls, 1 strike. Broadway at first, nobody out. 5-1 Apaches in the bottom of the 5th. That pitch is in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. If you're used to bringing your pets, don't bring them for the playoffs. Not allowed in Mike Carter Field. So dogs or cats or rabbits or goats or whatever you might want to bring out here, leave them at the house this weekend. Swing and a miss. Trahan's out, throw to second, and safe. Broadway, a good slide to avoid the tag. So Broadway gets the stolen base. Trahan is out on strikes. That would be the second strikeout of the night for Garrett Bradley.
Number 12, Jarrell McDade.
Bradley started the inning with 60 pitches. He's gone from the start here. And you do have a right-hander now tossing down in the Pioneer bullpen. And here's McDade. 0 for 2. Grounded out to short, grounded out to first. Missed off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. So there's some updated information from the District C tournament. If you have any specific questions, shoot them on the YouTube message system or to my Remind text system as well. Some of you Apache fans. 1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back. It's 1-1. The Pioneers have been to the district tournament many times. They will not be in it this year. And I think as I looked at their schedule, these are going to be their last games of the season. By the way, if there are any Arkansas Pioneer fans, I'd love to hear from you. Well hit, left center field, high and deep. Simpson from center runs it down in the gap. Nice catch by Cord Simpson. I didn't think he had any chance when that ball came off the bat of Jarrell McDade, but he ran it down. Nice play in left center by center fielder Cord Simpson.
Blaze Beeson.
So I just got a question. What will be the road for the Apaches on Friday? And let me take a pick at that bracket. If the Apaches win on Thursday, they will play Friday at 4. If the Apaches lose, they will play at 9. Wow, don't lose that first game, right? It'll be a short night for the Apaches. Pops it up, right side. This is going to be in play. Wilson squeezes it at first, and the inning is over. The Apaches get a leadoff walk, but can't get him in. And we'll go to the 6th inning. The score remains Tyler Junior College 5, North Arkansas College 1.
Wilson.
Baker Wilson will lead it off here in inning number 6. 3, 4, and 5. And this is the high hands guy. Very unique setup before he starts into his hitting approach. First pitch misses, ball 1. John Gillette back on the mound. He's thrown 36 pitches. Came on with 1 out in the 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch to Baker Wilson. Fly ball, center field, and Wise couldn't find it. And fortunately, it's going to be Wells at short that has plenty of time to back up and make the play. 1 up and 1 down. Braden Wise was looking up with his hands to his sides saying, I didn't see that ball, and it is that time of night. Never played outfield, and this is going to be all for John Gillette. We think that Andrew Nichols is on his way in. So we'll give you some info on the new pitcher when we come back. Let's see here. Andrew Nichols, a new pitcher, 6 foot 220, the right-handed freshman from Lone Oak, Texas. For Andrew, outing number 14 of the season. He does have 1 start. 1-2 with a 4.60 ERA, 15 2/3, 10 strikeouts, 11 walks. Opposing batters hitting .270 off the freshman from Lone Oak, Texas, Andrew Nichols. Take over with 1 out here in the 6th inning. Here's Wyatt Penley. Penley 0 for 2, flew out to center, struck out swinging back in the 4th. First pitch misses, ball 1. Penley, .290 average on the year. 4 doubles, a couple of homers, 16 RBIs. The 1-0. Chopper, third base side. That's a fair ball. Got by Whitehouse at third. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Got a coin? All right. E5 on the play.
Now batting, number 15, Chris Worley.
And there's a runner aboard for the Pioneers here in the 6th. Apaches lead it 5-1. Here's Chris Worthy, the catcher. Flew out to left, popped up to third. He's 0 for 2. The pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1 to Worthy. Penley at first does not have a steal. Quickly 0-2. Nichols comes set. The pitch. Little tapper right back to Nichols on the mound. Nowhere to go but first. And he gets the out. It's going to go 1-3. Penley goes to second base. 2 outs. Here's Cord Simpson, the center fielder.
Now batting,
Simpson made a really nice play on Jarrell McDade in the gap. He'll get up there with 2 outs and a runner at second. Simpson has struck out twice tonight. He's 0 for 2. On the year, he's a .253 hitter, 7 doubles, a homer, 10 RBIs for the Pioneer center fielder, Cord Simpson. The first pitch from Nichols in the dirt, 1-0. So we'll try to review that information at least one more time before we go off the air tonight for Thursday's playoff action. Got any other questions, shoot them onto the YouTube channel or through the Remind system. Glad to address those as best I can. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Misses low, 2-0. Well, it's strangely silent at Mike Carter right now. Hit that mid-game lull. 5-1, Tyler leads North Arkansas. Game 1 of a 3-game series. 2 games tomorrow, starting at noon. We've seen Mr. Umpire go off the plate all night for both pitching staffs, so that pitch is called a strike. It's 2-1. We're in the top of the 6th. We're an hour and 34 minutes in. Time is called. Somehow my watch and the scoreboard a little bit off. See what the old iPad says. 8:34. Yeah, scoreboard is a little bit ahead. The 2-1 pitch. And that's off the plate, but called a strike. We have seen him, Mr. Umpire at home plate, with the wide zone. So if I'm a pitcher, man, I'm living out there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base is Wyatt Penley. The pitch. Well, just missed outside. Beeson had to reach across into the left-handed batter's box to catch it. A full count on Cord Simpson, trying to avoid the hat trick. The pitch. Fouls it straight back. That was a good-looking hack. Speak with plenty of experience on the hat tricks. I think I still have the strikeout record at the University of New Orleans. 62 times my senior year. Three balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch from Nichols. Off the plate, ball 4. So 2 runners aboard with 2 outs for
Now
Joey
batting,
Soto.
Number 18, Joey Soto.
Soto tonight struck out swinging in the 3rd and walked in the 5th. 0 for 1. Time is called. Heard the faint tooting. The 8:36 headed our way. First pitch. Misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Time is called as Beeson going to go out and talk to Andrew Nichols. Got nobody pitching right now in the Apache bullpen. You continue to have a right-hander tossing in the Pioneer bullpen. 5-1 Apaches. 2 outs, 2 aboard for the Pioneers from North Arkansas. They are 16-15 on the season, playing in their last 3 games of the year. Swing and a foul tip. Beeson held on. 1 ball and 1 strike. according to their schedule, their last ball game was May 8th. That ball got away from Beeson. Two outs and two aboard. They played on May 8th. It was their last game. They've had some gaps here. Prior to that, they had had what appears to be almost a 10-day layoff. The 2-1. Towering pop-up is not going to leave the infield. It's right on top of the mound. And Whitehouse, right on top of the mound, makes the grab for the final out. It goes F5. And the sixth inning for the Pioneers is complete. 5-1 Apaches. We go to the bottom half. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Colton Whitehouse will lead it off for the Apaches here in the bottom of the sixth. First pitch outside, ball one. Garrett Bradley, that was pitch number 77 of the night. That ball's well hit center field. Simpson going back, plenty of room, makes the grab. One out. Here's Chase Evans, 0 for 2 tonight. Whitehouse goes 0 for 3 now after the fly ball. Chase Evans struck out looking, grounded out to short, 0 for 2 tonight for the DH, Chase Evans. Pitch is going to miss. And finally, that's that 840. Chase Evans, 284 batting average on the year. 14 doubles, 3 homers. There's a ground ball. Third base knocks it down. Penley picks it up, throws, but not in time. Did not see the initial attempt. I don't know. When I looked up, I couldn't tell if he should have or shouldn't have. I was looking down at my score sheet, so it's going to be Coulter Dosh's call right here. Give him a hit. All right, so Chase Evans gets the benefit of the doubt. He might owe Coulter something there. So an infield single. Evans is aboard with 1 out. Here's Matt McCusick. Now the umpire is going to ask for some equipment to be put into the Pioneer dugout. Had some high school playoff games here earlier today. Don't know who was playing. You guys know who was playing here today? Hallsville and who? Frisco? Somebody from Frisco? Centent? Okay. So, do you know who won? Okay. So Hallville now done. All right. Well, obviously with the turf, a lot of high school playoff games out here when we get this time of year. That's a tough play for the left fielder. He comes all the way in, throws it back behind the runner at first. So McCusick is out on a towering fly ball that was very shallow. And Evans has to retreat back to first base with 2 outs.
Number 1, Braden. Wow.
Ray Gonzalez was playing very deep, and he had to make a long, long run, and he did. Makes the running grab and decided why not go ahead and throw behind the runner. Evans scampers back. 2 outs. Back to the top we go. Braden Wise. Runner going on the pitch. Ball's fouled off to our left, well out of the stadium. And it's 0-1 on Braden Wise. Wise with a single and an RBI his last time up. He singled his first time up, so he's 2 for 3 tonight. Came into the game batting .333 on the season. 5 doubles, 3 triples, and 18 RBIs for the Apache center fielder, Braden Wise. You got Evans at first. Pretty good lead. Going again. Throw down to second, and he's going to be out by a lot. He tried to avoid the tag, but couldn't do so. And that will end the inning. 2-6 on the caught stealing. Good throw by catcher Chris Worthy. And we're headed to the 7th inning. It's 5-1 Apaches. Watson leads it off, 8-9-1 for the Pioneers. 7th inning, we're almost to the 7th inning stretch. That's my verbal cue for our music guy to play this, take me out to the ball game. Fouled off, it's 0-1. Watson 0 for 2, grounded out to the pitcher, popped up to center. It's off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, hope you're getting ready for Mother's Day. It's tomorrow. If you're not ready now, you have to go to Walmart. Maybe make a phone call to old Mom. These guys up in the press box got Mom. I don't know if they'll have her here tomorrow, or I'd have to make a phone call. 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Pop up right side, shouldn't be a problem. McCusick's going to call everyone off. Get out of the way, big fella. And there's 1 out. Watson is out for the 3rd time tonight. Here's Jake Golden, the right fielder, walked and scored. Back in the 3rd, that was the only run that the Pioneers have mustered so far. He struck out looking in the 5th. Inside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-1. The Apaches are currently ranked number 7 in the country. That's poll. That's not it. I have the poll somewhere. Here we go. Cumberland out of New Jersey is currently in the number 1 spot. The Apaches started preseason number 1. They've hung on to I don't think we've ever fallen out of the top 10. You got Niagara out of New York in the 2 spot. St. Cloud out of Minnesota in the 3 spot. The pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-2. You got Gloucester, Rowan Gloucester out of New Jersey in the 4 spot. Northampton from Pennsylvania in the 5 spot. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 outs here in the 7th.
Now batting, number 3, Ray Gonzalez.
That's the 9th strikeout of the night for Apache pitchers. If memory serves here, that's the first strikeout for Andrew Nichols. 2 outs, nobody aboard. In there, strike 1 to leadoff hitter Ray Gonzalez. Next pitch is going to miss, even at 1-1. Century out of Minnesota is 6, and then Tyler Apaches at number 7 in the country. Right behind the Apaches, Brookhaven at number 8. That ball's in the dirt, 2-1. At 9, it's Onondaga out of New York, and then Prince George's out of Maryland in the 10 spot. So there's your top 10 in the D3 latest poll. That was on the 9th. So that would have been Monday, I think. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ray Gonzalez, 1 for 2. He doubled in the 3rd, struck out and walked. Had a notion, but held up. And the count will go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. See if we can pull up the district championship schedule. And here we go. Chopper foul. District A is May 13th, which is today, through the 21st. So that's actually a 2-weekend district. And they're actually underway this weekend. All the other district tournaments are next weekend. And there's ball 4. So it's a 2-out walk to Gonzalez. Here's Trevor Himshoot.
Number 21, Austin Passmore.
Oh, sorry. Got a pinch hitter. The pinch hitter is going to be Austin Passmore, a freshman from Midland, Arkansas. So Passmore will hit here in the 7th. Takes a hack, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. Himshoot now out of the ball game. He was 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out to short. So District B is May 20 to 21st. District C, that would be our tournament, 18 to 21 of May. That's Thursday through Sunday. District D is 19 and 20. District E, 18 to 21. That's the same as us. And District F, May 20th. And for the first time in my understanding, there's a at-large bid. So it's possible the Apaches could get the at-large bid even if they didn't win the district. However, if you look at the rankings right now, you got 2 teams out of that New Jersey district in the top 5. So you just never know how things will shake out in those district tournaments. You have some of the highly ranked teams that win their district, and there's a better chance for you to get an at-large bid. If not, it may not be possible. Runner going on the pitch. That ball gets away. It's a stolen base for Ray Gonzalez. It's the 2nd stolen base for the Pioneers tonight. Jake Golden got one back in the 3rd inning. As they try to battle back here in the late innings, they trail 5-1. It's a full count on pinch hitter Austin Passmore. Andrew Nichols on. Came on with 1 out in the 5th. The pitch. Ground ball right side through the hole. And Broadway's going to come up throwing the throw to the plate, and he's out. Nope, probably not the smartest thing to challenge Taylor Broadway's arm. He makes a good throw. And here's your 7th inning stretch. 5-1 Apaches. Back in a minute.
Now batting number 1, Braden Wise.
I want to know where else on the planet that you can play a song and everyone stands up. I guess there's probably one other song I can think about that people do that. Hallelujah Chorus usually gets people off their seats, but always fun at the ballpark to see people stand up during the 7th inning stretch. 1-0 to Braden Wise. In there for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on and nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. Wise up for the 4th time tonight. Bunt is foul. And we still have Garrett Bradley on the hill for the Pioneers. 87 pitches now. The Apaches lead 5-1 in game 1 of a 3-game set. The Pioneers coming down from Harrison, Arkansas. Fouled straight back. Swing and a miss. It's a strikeout. And for Garrett Bradley, strikeout number 3 of the night.
Now batting number 2, Jared Wells.
Harrison, Arkansas is a city in Boone County, Arkansas. And I've broadcast from North Arkansas before. We went up there and did some games. 6 hours and 38 minutes away. One ball and 1 strike to Jared Wells. 2 for 3 tonight for Wells. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Well, it's kind of interesting. Bradley actually kind of picking it up here. Fly ball, right field, right at the right fielder, Jake Golden, for the 2nd out. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Taylor Broadway. Good solid throw to home plate to cut down the runner.
7, Taylor Broadway.
Gonzalez was trying to score on the single to right field by pinch hitter Austin Passmore. You got to tip your cap to Passmore. He came off the bench and knocked the base hit the other way. Unfortunately for the Pioneers, went to one of the Apaches with the strongest arm. Taylor Broadway and right. Threw a strike to the plate, and Blaze Beeson put the tag down. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 5-1, the Apaches lead it. High fly ball, shallow center. And coming in to make the grab is Cord Simpson. 3 up, 3 down. And I think that's the first time all night the Apaches have gone in order. We'll go to the 8th. It's 5-1 Apaches. All right, it's the Ramblin' Man, Austin Tambellini. Left-handed freshman from Nelson, British Columbia, Canada. Tambellini takes over here in the 8th inning.
Number 20, Baker Wilson.
And for Tambellini, outing number 7 of the year, 1-0 with an 8.64 ERA. Does have 1 save. 8 1/3, 5 strikeouts, 6 walks for the freshman from Nelson, BC, Canada, Austin Tambellini. First pitch misses. It's 1-0 to Baker Wilson, the 3-hitter, the high hands guy. Very unique setup. You watch him at home plate. Well, his hands are on top of his helmet. And I guess it maybe just gives him an anchor point to start his swing. He squared it up a couple of times tonight. Base hit to right field. Almost Broadway thought about throwing to first. Single to right for Baker Wilson. And that's his second hit of the night. He's 2 for 4.
Now batting, number 14.
Wyatt Penley will step in. He's 0 for 3. Flew out to center, struck out swinging, reached on an error by third baseman Colton Whitehouse. Now the Pioneers need some base runners here. They trail by 4. We're in the 8th. Tambellini with the pitch. In there, strike 1. Well, appreciate you joining the broadcast. Would love to hear from you if you haven't checked in. Let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from. It's 9:01 Central Time. Line shot, right field. Broadway's going to throw to first. 9-3. Penley hit a line drive on 1 hop to Taylor Broadway, and he threw
number 15
to first baseman Jordan Trahan for the out. Well, you don't see that one every day. Not a whole lot to be done when you can't run out of sight in a day. 5-1 Apaches, top of the 8th. Well, you couple the lack of running speed by Penley and the fact that he hit a rocket to right field, and it adds up to a 9-3 putout for Taylor Broadway. One out, one aboard. Wilson now at second base. Tambellini comes set. Ground ball up the middle. Wells fields it. Fires across, 2 outs. Wilson scampered over to third base. And here's the center fielder, Cord Simpson. 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. He struck out twice. If you're North Arkansas here, you'd love to at least get 1 out of the inning. Try to chip away here. You're down to your last 4 outs. Simpson batting in the 6th position, facing the freshman left-hander, Tambellini. First pitch misses, 1-0. Tambellini looks taller than 6'2". That's what the roster has him. He may have grown a little bit this year. 1-0 pitch. That ball's fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Back on the air tomorrow about 11:45 with the pregame show. Talk to both coaches, get their thoughts on tonight's game and their thoughts as we go to the doubleheader tomorrow on Mother's Day. It's supposed to be a beautiful day here in East Texas. Apaches have 5 runs on 10 hits. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase that one, and it's 1-2. North Arkansas, 1 run on just 4 hits. Wilson, the runner at third base, has 2 of the 4 hits for the Pioneers. Leadoff hitter Gonzalez has a double. And the pinch hitter, Austin Passmore, has the 4th hit. So pitchers for the Apaches have done nicely tonight, scattering 4 hits, only giving up 1 run. Kuykendall started the game. It was Gillette with 1 out in the 4th. It was Nichols with 1 out in the 5th, and now it's Tambellini here in the 8th. If the score holds, Kuykendall would be in line for the win. His 10th of the year. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Cord Simpson. The pitch. Thought about swinging, but let it go. And he's a 2-out walk.
Now batting number 18, Joey Soto.
The 4th walk of the night for Apache pitchers. First walk for Tambellini. And here's Joey Soto. 0 for 2. He's walked once. First pitch swing, and he fouls it off to the right side. And just going to get over those bleachers. Well, I actually see a couple of blankets out there, a couple of jackets. Take a peek on the temperature here. Outside corner, 0-2. Temperature has dropped to 70 degrees. Game time temperature was 79, so we've dropped almost 10 degrees since we started. Supposed to go down to 58 tonight. 0-2 pitch. Line shot up the middle. That's going to be a run for the Pioneers. It's 5-2 on the RBI single by Joey Soto. That was a well-hit ball right by Tambellini on the mound.
Now batting number 10, Jacob Watson.
So the Pioneers chipping away here. 5-2 now the score, with 2 outs in the 8th inning. 2 runners aboard. And if you think about it, if Mr. Watson caught one here, we would be tied. First pitch, strike 1. Okay, so we got Frenchie up in the bullpen for the Apaches. Mr. Watson does not have a home run this year. 11 RBIs, 4 doubles. So probably not too likely that he's going to have his first right here, but you never know. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, the Pioneers trying to chip away here. Tambellini trying to get out of any further damage with a 1-2 count, the pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. And that's the inning. Tambellini strikes out Watson to end the 8th inning. The Pioneers get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Your new score from historic Mike Carter Field, 5-2. Tyler leads it. Bottom of the 8th inning, the Apaches bring 4, 5, and 6 to home plate. Trahan, McDade, and Beeson. 5-2 the score now, as the Pioneers were able to scratch for a run in the top of the 8th. Their only other run was back in the 3rd inning. Trahan hit a 2-run homer back in the 1st inning. Since then, he's flown out to right, struck out swinging. 1 for 3 tonight with a couple RBIs. The 0-1 misses, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside corner, 1-2. I'll tell you what, Garrett Bradley has actually looked a little better the last couple innings than he did earlier. Closing in on 100 pitches. Strike 3 called. Trahan down for the 2nd time tonight. It's the 4th strikeout of the night. 2 of those strikeouts have been the big fella. Evans struck out once, and so did Braden Wise.
Number 20, Bo
Busing is going to get an at-bat here for Jarrell McDade. First at-bat of the night for Bo Busing. So Jarrell McDade's night is complete. And he'll end up going 0 for 3 tonight with an RBI. Had a nice push bunt to get a run across in the 3rd inning, did Jarrell McDade. But now it's Bo Busing, 1-0. The first pitch missed. That ball's way high. 2 balls, no strikes. Catcher Blaze Beeson waits on deck. The 2-0. Outside corner, 2-1. This game is moving right along. We're in the bottom of the 8th, and we're just 2 hours and 12 minutes into this thing. Breaking pitch, misses low. 3-1. It's been Garrett Bradley's ball game from the start. Freshman from Clinton, Arkansas. His 14th appearance of the year, and he walks Bo Busing. And
now batting number 10, Bo Blaze Beeson.
Unofficially, that's just his 2nd walk of the night. He walked Broadway back in the 5th. That's it. Here's Blaze Beeson. Now Coach Wren is going to make a change. He'll probably have a runner at first here. And who's going to run for Busing? Who is this? Justin Roach is going to run for Bo Busing at first base. See, what number is he? 6. So Justin Roach will take over as Busing drew the walk. And now it's Roach at first base, the pinch runner. (5-2) Apaches, bottom of the 8th. First pitch swinging, fouled away. It's 0-1 on Blaze Beeson. 1 out and 1 on. Bottom of inning number 8. Apaches trying to add on to a 5-2 lead. When you got to tip your cap to the pitcher for the Pioneers. Sitting at 105, that was 106 right there. He's done a nice job. They did have a right-hander up earlier, and I don't see anyone down there right now. Might be, and really, you're a double play away from being done here if you don't score in the 9th. Won't have to get anyone else up. There goes the runner, throw down to second. And another caught stealing. Roach is out at second base. 2 outs and nobody aboard now. Chris Worthy has hosed a couple of runners tonight. Threw out Wells back in the 3rd inning. Apaches do have unofficially 3 stolen bases on the night, but they also have had 2 caught runners. Ball's fouled away, and now you're 1 strike away from getting to the 9th inning. Two outs and nobody aboard. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball to short. Watson up with it. And that's the 8th inning for the Apaches. We'll go to the 9th. It's 5-2. The Apaches lead the Pioneers. The Pioneers will bring 9, 1, and 2 to the plate. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. We go to the 9th inning, and
number 7, Taylor Broadway.
We got a new pitcher. Broadway's going to come in from right field, and the Apaches will go to a true 9-man lineup now. They just lost the DH. Ryan Lawhon will take over in right field, and now he'll bat in the 8th position, and Chase Evans is done. So if the Apaches need to bat in the 9th, Lawhon will bat. They're hoping they don't have to. They're up 5-2. They need 3 outs. And Broadway finished up that Coastal game down in Beeville. Unfortunately, I was not able to go down there, but man, oh man, I watched it on the live stats. What a dramatic finish that was. Had to be quite the tense atmosphere. I remember the Coastal Bend atmosphere here at Mike Carter. Very competitive, and got to believe it was every bit that and probably more. Game ended with bases loaded in a 1-run game in a decisive Game 7 on a strikeout after 3 or 4 foul balls. I was watching the live stats as I broadcast, and I kind of went silent for about a minute as that played itself out. First pitch in there for a strike to Jake Golden. 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts and a walk. He scored the first Pioneer run back in the 3rd inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. outside, 2-1. So it's Golden, Gonzalez, and then we'll see who comes to the plate. Austin Passmar was the pinch hitter for Himshoot back in the 7th inning. We're in the 9th, the 2-1. Line drive, center field, going to fall in for a hit in front of Braden Wise. That's what the Pioneers need. They need base runners. So the single to center will bring to the plate leadoff hitter Rain Gonzalez, the left fielder. Gonzalez has walked twice, doubled and struck out. He's 1 for 2 RBI for Gonzalez. He drove Golden in with a double back in the 3rd inning. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Well, you got a 3-run advantage, but if you're the Pioneers, you're just trying to get that second base runner. And I tell you what, if you get Wilson to the plate with a couple of base runners, look out. The guy can swing it a little bit. Mr. High Hands. 1 ball, 1 strike. That would be the goal right now, I'd think. Try to get a couple runners on for the big lefty. That ball's well hit. High, center field. Wise has room and runs it down. Off the bat, it looked like it might get to the gap, but no go there. Braden Wise ran it down. 1 out here in the 9th.
Now
and
number 6, Cody Fields.
So another pinch hitter here. It's going to be Cody Fields. He probably took over at second base for Himshoot. Cody Fields is the hitter. He'll get his first plate appearance of the night. First pitch in the dirt, nicely blocked by Beeson. 1 ball, no strikes. For Broadway, outing number 5 of the year. He's 0-0 with a 1.80 ERA. 5 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, no walks. Broadway has not walked a batter in 5 innings of work. Opposing hitters batting .286 off of Taylor Broadway. One ball, 1 strike to Cody Fields with 1 out and a runner at first. The pitch. Misses inside, not by much. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, the big first baseman, Baker Wilson, stands on deck. And if you're North Arkansas, you want desperately for Cody Fields to get on base. See that second base runner. Give you a chance to tie it up. That pitch misses. It's 3-1. Now you're 1 pitch away from that exact scenario. I would argue he's probably their most dangerous hitter tonight. Swing and a miss. And it's 3-2. Baker Wilson has 7 home runs. Leads the team in homers at 7. Also leads the team in RBIs with 34. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Fouled out of play. And we'll do it again. So Broadway had fallen behind 3-1. He was 1 pitch from his first walk of the year. Battles back to force a second full count pitch right here against Cody Fields. The next payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. First strikeout for Broadway. Let's see here.
Number 20, Baker Wilson.
That's the 11th strikeout of the night for Apache pitchers. And you're down to your last out. Baker Wilson steps in. He has got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. He's got 2 of the 6 hits for the Pioneers tonight. First pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Broadway comes set. The pitch. Foul tip, strike two. He's just bringing the heat right here, saying, let's see how far you can hit it. You're one strike away from this ball game being over. Taylor Broadway has come on to pitch the ninth inning. The 0-2 misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Broadway is the 5th pitcher of the night for the Apaches. The 1-2. Strike 3 called. There's your ball game. The 12th strikeout of the night ends the 9th inning. The Apaches win the ball game. We'll leave that scoreboard on, please. It's a 5-2 final. 5 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for the Apaches. 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 error for North Arkansas. Let's wrap this one up, and then we'll talk a little bit about tomorrow. The Apaches opened up the scoring in the first. 2 runs in inning number 1 on a 2-run homer by Trahan, his 13th of the year. North Arkansas narrowed the gap to 2-1 in the 3rd inning on an RBI double by Ray Gonzalez. It was 2-1. The Apaches countered with 2 more in the bottom of the 3rd. As an RBI double by Broadway and a ground ball, actually a push bunt by Jarrell McDade scored the 2 runs for the Apaches. It was 4-1, 5-1 in the 4th. And that was all the scoring for the Apaches. The Pioneers would get 1 more in the 8th on an RBI single by Joey Soto. That's your final, 5-2. 5 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for the Apaches, and 2 runs on 6 hits, and a single error for the Pioneers from North Arkansas College. The loss will drop the Pioneers to 16-16, and it will elevate the Apaches to 32-20 on the year. I think we decided Kuykendall is going to get the win. He'll go to 10-4 on the year. And Garrett Bradley will take the loss. He'll drop to 2-2. All right, let's talk about tomorrow. We'll have a 12 noon doubleheader. And we'll be on the air about 11:45. We'll get good interviews from both Bobby Howard, the skipper for the Pioneers, and Doug Wren, the head coach for the Tyler Apaches. We'll get their thoughts on tonight's game and also what they're thinking about for the doubleheader tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit more tomorrow as well about the tournament coming up, but just to kind of give you a little bit of a heads up as we wrap things up tonight. That tournament will start on Thursday, the 18th of May. 9 o'clock game, Coastal Bend versus North Lake. 12 o'clock game, Cedar Valley versus Eastfield. The Apaches play at 4 o'clock against the winner of the Coastal North Lake game. And then Brookhaven plays at 7 against the winner of the Eastfield Cedar Valley game. Friday's games will be at the same game times, 9, 12, 4, and 7. And depending on what the Apaches do on Thursday, if they win that first game, they'll play Friday at 4. If they lose that first game, well, that's when it gets a little tricky. They'll have to drop down to the loser's bracket, and they'll play their early game on Friday at 9 o'clock. So not as bad as playing a late game, but they'll need to win that first one if they want to stay, if they want to sleep in that second day. So that'll wrap things up from Mike Carter Field. Glad you joined the broadcast. Certainly appreciate all the feedback on the YouTube message system. And we'll be back on the air again tomorrow at 11:45. For Dr. Tim Drain, the whole athletic department at Tyler Junior College, it's Dr. John Groth signing off from Mike Carter Field. It's a 5-2 Apache win tonight. Until tomorrow at 11:45. So long, everybody.